Hello, this is Trevor. Today we're working on another CORS lab in Portswigger's Web Security Academy. This time it's a CORS vulnerability with trusted null origin. Website has an insecure CORS configuration that trusts the null origin. To solve it, we need to get the admin's API key and then submit that just like we did in the last challenge. We have our own account. Sweet, let's check it out and get started. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing. I would appreciate it, as always. All right, we have the exploit server and submit solution. Let's go to my account and see if it's exactly like the last one where we have that API request. Wiener Peter. And we expect the API key to come up. It did not. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's go to proxy HTTP history. And here we go. This is what we're looking for. We have access control allow credentials. Great. We don't have access control allow origin right now. Let's send this to repeater. And remember that if we do origin null, we should get that reflected. Boom, there we go. That's what we need to do in our exploit, is to set the origin of the request to null so that when it executes this, it allows it and we can read the response, especially the API key. Sweet, so we're just gonna use basically the same exploit that we did yesterday in just a new null origin whitelisted attack. Vim null origin whitelisted attack. Okay, so we're gonna start, like I said, with the what we did yesterday. Let's write that. Let's close this. Close this. Don't think we're gonna need requests, so I can comment that out. And you see I did fix the Flake 8 errors that I was getting yesterday. And right here, we want to, instead of doing just a script, we want to do iframe, and then we'll set this up. So I did take notes of the learning material, and here is what we need to do. Allow top source data HTML. So we want this 3. I'm gonna replace this. So I'm gonna paste that, remove this, and then at the bottom here, I'm gonna add a double quote and close off the iframe. Just like that. Okay. So let's take a look, see what we got here. We have iframe the sandbox. When we're using the sandbox, it removes all permissions, and then we whitelist the permissions we want. We're allowing scripts, top navigation, and forms. We can play around with those. I don't know if they're all needed for this exploit, but yeah. And then we're saying the source, instead of giving a URL, we're telling it, I'm just going to type in the source of the iframe. It's going to be in text/HTML. And, you know, here's where we start the contents from until this end double quote, right? And then we close off the iframe. So what I want to do first is I want to play with this a little. So we're going to post the exploit. We are not going to do this stuff. at least at first. We don't need the time sleep. And the one error is the line too long. That's fine. So we should post the exploit, and then we can go through, view it, just to check, I guess, what these are. And then we'll add another one, which is the allow origins, something along those lines. We may have to look it up just to see the difference between the requests. So let me run this null origin, and then here, go home, copy this, and paste it. So that's going to get the exploit URL, post our payload there, and we'll be able to go there and view it. Sweet. All right. Let's go to the exploit URL. Here's that. Let's view it. Inspect console. We get an error. Let's see if it actually, let's go to access log, just to see if we can, let's do this. Copy, paste, log. So there's the victim's API key. So it did actually work for the victim. So we could solve this right away. But let's see here, view exploit. Now when I go to network, get this, we don't see the JavaScript execute. And I don't know if this is what I expected. This is a post to the exploit server. And then this is the get the exploit contents. Response raw. That's exploit contents. And then here, this should have executed and then posted, or did a get to the log, or to the exploit server that we can see in the log. Sorry. Let's try, I don't know why this is failing. It could be that, it could be because it is Firefox. Let me, disable's find. Go here. And inspect console. Ooh, we get lots. Access to fetch from origin. Null has been blocked by CORS. Oh, and you know why? I think this is a case where it's because I'm not logged in. So let's go here. And let's log in my account. Wiener Peter. Then let's refresh this. Nope. From origin null though. That's what we wanted to see. Interesting. You know, it could be this %OA, which is the carriage return or the line feed. I don't know which. So what if we, how can we do that? We can do like payload equals payload dot replace /n with a space. Will that be okay? Do I have, I think that'll be okay. let's try that. So this is just replacing all the carriage returns with a space. And maybe that will make it so that we don't see so many errors. Let's go to 1. And we want, yeah, we can just refresh this. I'm going to do Control F5. Syntax unexpected. So this is the same unexpected identifier. I don't know if this actually worked. Let me clear this and try this one more time. Unexpected identifier is the same error we got over here. Let's see the log if there's any new ones. What we would expect, no, there's not. I wonder if it's this space crap. Okay, we're gonna make this all into one line. I know it's going to script const URL have line too long errors, but we're gonna just deal with that for now. This origin, we got my options open ones, headers open one, that's fine. And then fetch dot then we can remove that space. Exploit URL key equals, we need a semicolon there. That's probably the error that we got. I was missing that semicolon. Script, iframe, and then boom. Okay, let's try this. See if that does any, works any better. If not, we can just undo this. But I'm hoping this will allow us to explore the request a little bit better. Hey, we got, oh crap. Fetch, we're back to this null error, but that's what we want, origin null. Let's look at the logs. Let me refresh this. And hopefully we get, yeah, we get our user API key. So even though we received some errors here, the script did work, right? Because we posted this. Right there. This is what I wanted to see. So this is the request to the account details. I want to check the request headers. Boom, you see that? Origin equals null. Let me make this page a little bit bigger and maybe easier for you to see, but that's what allowed us to do this, is setting this origin to null. And if we go to elements, and I want to try something here. So what if we do allow, let me pull up another Chrome. That's fine. We're not proxying this. Let me go to MDN iframe sandbox so we can look at all the permissions that we can allow in a sandboxed iframe. And the one that I want to talk about is allow same origin. So what if we add this one in? My hope and what I expect is that this is going to no longer work. And because now the origin will be this instead of null. By giving that permission, we just made our exploit not work. That's what I expect. So let me clear this. And I don't think, can I edit it, Henry? No. So let me go to here, and go back to exploit server. Here I'm gonna do the same modification, but I'm gonna do it in this. So right here, I'm gonna do allow same origin, which I believe was correct, right? Allow same origin, right there. All right. Let me click store. And then over here, I'm going to view that. Let me go to console, clear. Access to fetch. This still shows null. I didn't expect that. Let's go to the logs. I want this in another page. So log. I don't expect to see the API key in the most recent, and we do. I don't understand that. I thought it would block it or allow the origin, so the origin would come through as preview. No, we want headers. The request headers origin is still null. So why is that? Let me just make sure that the elements had allow same origin right there. So I was wrong. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I took the time to look at this, because this I thought would say the origin is from here and not null. Oh, it's because the source is not a URL. The source is the data text. That's why there's no origin. If this was a URL, then we would have an origin. Since it's data text HTML, there's no origin. Sweet. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right. Let's just for funsies, I'm going to remove some of these, because I don't think we need allow forms or allow top navigation. That's my bet anyway. So let's go here. We'll remove allow forms, allow same origin, and allow top navigation. And store that. We'll make sure that finishes. Refresh over here. Go to network, count details, quest headers, origin null. So that should have worked. Let's refresh the log. And we're going to check for the latest entry. Yep, still worked. Sweet. All right, very cool. So we don't need those things for this exploit. And that was the forms. Allow forms, allow top navigation, and the allow same origin, of course, doesn't matter. Sweet. So I think we can just solve this. I kind of drug it out. We could have solved it right at the beginning, but I want to make sure both I understood it and anybody who's watching cares, to understand it also. But yeah, so I'll leave this. I'm going to make it so it doesn't error on me by spacing out a no QA, and that will kill the warnings for that line anyway. And then I'm going to undo these comments. That should make no errors, and then we'll run it and solve this. Oh, I guess I could have removed the... Oh, I didn't add it. Oh, well. Sweet. We got lava solved, and let's... There's our banner. Let's close out of Chrome. Yeah, so this is an interesting one. I hope you liked my explanation and walking through a little bit more about what was going on and playing with it a bit. I have nothing else. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you so much. Goodbye.